Welcome back, fellow Minecrafters, to my Enigmatica 6 Let's Play series. This is episode 12, and it's good to have you. If you enjoy this video, please feel free to leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, and know when they get posted. So, let's get further into Britannia today. So I found a way, and you guys are probably laughing at me, to automate this. So this open crates doesn't do anything with a redstone signal, but I forgot hoppers do. So I have this receiver set to send a redstone signal on channel 2, as you see there, right? What I did is I put the receiver down first, and then I right-clicked it with the transmitter, and there's two transmitters. I'm going to shrink down real quick here. Go in my little hidey hole. So there's two transmitters. One here connected to this block. If you see the arrow, that's where it's connected to. So it's connected to this block, which is the block that has the pressure plate on it. So whenever this receives, right, so when it's clicked, technically that's activated right there. So, sorry, I don't think you can see. Yeah, you see, I'm stepping on the pressure plate and it's receiving a power of 15. So I step off it, no power. So that's working good. And then this, so I have a comparator reading this mana pool, and it doesn't have much mana in it, right? So it's only reading a power of 1. I only have 12 set down here, so it's not like a full 15. But every time this fills up further, it'll keep moving along until it finally hits this thing, and I would love to find a way to make this a bit nicer, but for now this works. And it'll hit this thing, hit a redstone signal, and send it off to this thing, shutting down this hopper, thus allowing no more coal coming out. And let's see this real quick. Let's put 17 in there. You see it drops 2, and once they're gone off the plate, it'll drop 2 more. Now, if I brought this down by 1, it could probably only drop 1, but I need space to be able to put this transmitter, so that's okay. This works fine. And yeah, basically now all I really need to do is just shove a whole bunch of coal inside here, and I was thinking about doing that with a storage drawer. So let's make a quick storage drawer. And we will add our coal to it. So chests. We just need a single storage drawer. There we go. And we have a ton of coal, courtesy of our digital miner. So what's the best use for this? So I could smelt it into 1 coal, right? I could enrich it into 2, not bad. I believe the pulverizer. So the pulverizer will pulverize it into 2 with a chance of more, and plus we have a chance against sulfur. So I'm going to pulverize it. It won't be as automated as putting it through this enrichment chamber, but there's a chance of getting more. Plus we get the sulfur, which we could very well use later, I think. So I'm just going to let that run for a little bit, and I'll just grab the coal I have here. Got a block of coal. Some more coal. And no, you won't use a coal coke, but that's okay. So I'm pretty sure the hopper might pull right from here. Let's find out. If I stick that in there, it does. So it is filling up in here. You can see because of the tooltip. So what I'm going to do real quick is lock this, quantify it, lock it so that nothing else can go in there other than the coal. And then all I have to do really is fill this up. So if I double right, why can't I put more in? What? That's weird. Why is that not letting me put more coal in? Oh, I put coal chunks in here. Oh, I'm such an idiot. So silly. My magnet's picking them all up now. Oh, I'm silly. Let's quickly unlock it, pull the rest of these out. And coal is what I want to put in there. There. Not the chunks. Don't I just feel silly now? I put the whole stack of coal chunks in there. That's funny. So now we just have to convert these into coal, right? And shove them in here. And there. We got 500, whatever. Just grab a stack of this real quick and put you in there. There we go. And yeah, this will keep going. Once all the flowers have lit up, like they are now, this will stay here until a flower needs it, right? So this is actually going to start backlogging, or it should, but it is working anyways. So can't complain. So this is just going to keep. Look at that. We're already at 3, power of 3. So it's getting there. It's filling up. Awesome sauce. It's working. So we'll just keep. Eventually, we'll automate it, the creation of the coal and stuff like that, and sending it out here. But you know what? I think that's a success for what we were looking for. Is there anything in this? No. Okay. So we can actually put that back. We don't need this anymore. So now let's get into. We've automated the production of our mana. Let's get into using it. We'll use it for these things real quick. So I'm going to need ender pearl, for the mana pearl, and a diamond. So ender pearl, a diamond, a piece of iron, I got that on me. Redstone, I don't have redstone on me. It's unusual. We'll get some extra redstone. So with this, what you do, so the quest is asking for like mana pearls and mana powder and mana diamonds. I should have grabbed some string. I'll go back and grab that, and some mana ingots, and I'll grab a glass too. Let's grab glass and string. Did not come prepared for that. So string. For the string, let's find a piece of glass, which will probably be in my bag actually. No glass? Okay. Oops, I just grabbed all that out. All the glasses in here, right? Of course. Let's grab just a piece of glass. I only need one. Just for the quest, right? And I can put this back. This lets me flip around these transmitters so that they're facing the right direction. So if we just have this, if we look, right, it tells us there's a check mark, so that means there's enough mana in there to do this conversion. If you just drop it in the pool, there, it comes back. So if we drop, redstone turns into mana powder. Oh, there's a zombie. I am doing this at night. It's not astral sorcery here, folks. Let's just give this a good sleep here. And you see I set the channels to 2 for the transmitters. And then we want our string, get our mana infused, and our glass. So there, all our different things. So we dropped in the diamond, we got our mana diamond, right? Mana pearl. This one's hard to see in my screen, but there's the mana glass. We got the mana steel ingot. We'll actually probably need a couple more. In fact, let's just drop the last ones in. So that takes the mana out of the pool, but you won't really notice it because we're generating a decent amount now, right? We've already gone up to one of the quarters of the 4 quarters, so that's great. This is working nice. I like that. So that's all these quests down here done, except for this band of mana, which, hey, guess what? I got one from one of the quests. I wonder if this will register. It does. Look at that. Awesome. And I'm going to clear out some of my inventory so that we can hand these quests in. So let's put this band of mana back on. Let's put this in here. I'm just going to put all our mana stuff in this chest for now. This, right? All these things. Living rock, sure, let's put it in there. Living wood. I gotta get rid of some of these things. Let's put this in there as well, and this. There we go. Actually, you know what? Let's keep a bucket down here, just in case we need one for water. Yeah, full. Look at that. Okay. Let us hand in some quests. Organize that real quick. Rare. Wonder what we're getting. Wonder what we're getting. Hopefully we'll get some good stuff. There we go. What do we get? We got another band of mana. Cool. Cool. A unicorn horn. Cosmetic. So it just looks neat, I guess. Oh, there we go. What is that? Put it on our head. What is that? Angel ring section? Gives us a unicorn. Let's take a look. I'm a pretty unicorn. That's awesome. I won't be keeping that on. But I won't be keeping that on now. Pasture seeds, some more mana pearls, more living rock, some more living wood. Is that all that we got? That looks like about it. I'll probably keep this one out. Like, I have another ring slot, and technically that's also a ring slot. I have the balloon in. Increases my jump height and decreases fall damage. It's pretty awesome. But for now, let's just put these few things away. And I'll keep these. Well, I don't want to keep the unicorn, but I'm going to keep that band of mana just in case I run out of mana. But I will get rid of the unicorn horn in here. There we go. And blocks can have this. There we go. Okay, so one thing I want to do real quick is go to my sound muffler, and I want Tanya spreader fire. So if I go like this, I can mute it completely, but if I go like this, because I still want to know that it's doing something, I can change the volume of that sound. And if we go to here, the end of flame, so this is the end of flame sound. And then if we go to pressure plate, I might just remove the pressure plate clicking completely. There we go. And then same with our door, right? We'll just remove that sound of the pressure plate. We don't need that clicking noise. So it's getting full. It's almost halfway. It's at power of 5 now. Anyways, we want to get into... We've finished all those now. Great. We want to get into this runic altar. This is how we start making... So it's mana pearl and some of this living rock. So let's just grab... Oh, too much. 5. And a mana pearl. Awesome. And then we'll make this runic altar. Okay. Awesome. Let's get a reward, whatever that is. Now it wants us to make all these basic runes. So what do we get? What do we got? Oh, that's great. We look so funny. Some of these curiosities are great. Also don't want to keep that, but that's okay. So we're going to need another spreader, mana spreader. And I'm missing the piece of gold, of course. Oh, my run's off. It's okay, we can walk. Piece of gold. Let's eat something so we can run again. And shove this funny little curio in there. There we go. Perfect. So we want a spreader. And the reason why we want a spreader is because we need a spreader to work this thing. I did that backwards, of course. There we go, mana spreader. So if we connect this mana spreader, and I'm going to do it this way, if we place it next to this pool, it'll draw, if we look in here, the mana is full, so it draws mana from the pool, and we can send it wherever we want. So let's just send it in a straight line. So this one, if you notice, it's pointing upwards. We want to connect it by shift right clicking, there. Now it'll send it to this runic altar. So now we're ready to start making our runes. So rune mana is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana steel ingots and 1 mana pearl. Awesome, but I don't have enough mana steel. But we'll get the pearl, we'll get a little bit of living rock, and we'll see why in a second here. So this is the very first, not the very first, sorry. The rune of mana is a very commonly used rune, excuse me. Burp. I just dropped all 9 of those in there real quick, so then if we drop 5, excuse me, 5 of these on there, you notice it shows up, and then they have a nice little floaty icon. It's pretty awesome. And then if we drop our mana pearl, bam. And if you see the little, right here, there's a progress bar. You see the blue? As it keeps going along, it's collecting mana now from here, right? And it's completing itself. It's just right there, the little thing. And then once it gets completed, you'll see it changes to checkmark, and then it shows a living rock and this wand of the forest. So what you do is you throw a piece of living rock down, and then you right click it with your wand. Ta-da! Pretty awesome. We have our rune of mana. So then we want to do the rune of air, we want to do the rune of earth, and they all take different things like mushrooms, block of charcoal, a block of coal, right? A piece of stone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it here and make all of these different runes. Because we're going to need them here anyways in a second. So let's make these runes, and I will be right back. And welcome back. So we have all our runes made. I just finished making them, so we can hand that quest in. And I don't know what some of these. I know what the Hopper Hawk does. And I know some of the wands do, but I don't know what everything down here does. But we have what we need now to make our Sojourner stash. So let us grab, I believe it's, yeah, earth and air. So 1 earth, 1 air, and I think we're going to need one of those, and I grabbed everything else. So here's our Sojourner stash, and what was that noise? I do not know. But we have our Sojourner stash now. Awesome. And by the way, it doesn't use some of the crafts. Oh, did that? I thought some of the crafts don't use those. They must have. That's okay. Oh, I see what it did. It grabbed it from the chest. So now with this, the only other issue is I think I already have something around our belt. Yes, cloud in a bottle. So unfortunately, these are both 2 belt slots. But if we look, so we actually run quite a bit faster, and it also gives us a step up, so we can step up and down, which is pretty awesome. It's not like a crazy huge speed boost, but it's a bit faster. It'll just be nicer to, although I do really enjoy that jump up. We'll see. We'll see. I do, because I like how much of a jump you get with that. It covers a good distance. But anyways, I wanted to get into Botania just so I can make that. And eventually we'll go through the rest of the stuff. This is the Gaia fight. It's like a boss fight. And we'll get into our sparks and then our terrestrial agglomeration plate and make our terra steel. And then we'll open up a portal. We will continue on with this, but if you also notice here, I put my wand in here. I should probably keep that wand on me always. Always a good idea to do that. Hello, Enderman. So it's getting close. What are you running away for? Thank you for your ender pearl. 2 of them. Nice. So we see here, right? I think actually it might be turned off. Oh, it's getting close. This should actually have technically turned it off. Because the power looks like it's reaching here. Is this sending power? Outputting. So it does output 15. Why does it stop though? Yeah, so you see it. Why is it doing that? It does output a signal of 15, but then it... Oh, it's doing the output of 15 for the plate. It's not getting a constant signal of 15. Okay, now it looks like it is. Oh no. Hold up. No, every time the plate. So this should be... I'm going to wait till this goes up to 13 power, because it might just be reaching there and not actually hitting into there. So I just want to see if this works. Once we get a power of 13 from this point, it should, because I put 12 things here, it should put the power into this, and there we go, 13. So it should be putting power into there, and this should be getting a constant 15. And it's not working. Don't like that. Don't like that, it's not working. This should be giving it a constant signal of 15 and turning off that hopper. Might need a repeater here to send a full signal, maybe. Maybe that might help. So once it hits a certain point, it'll send a full signal to it. Let's try that real quick and see how that works. Do I have need a bit of this on me? So we'll try this real quick and see if we can get that to act the way we want it to. Otherwise, that'd be terrible. I could just use a lever, but then that's not really automatic, is it? And we want things automatic. Oh, my headstone on me already. That's not a repeater. Why is that not a repeater? Yeah. Alarm's going off. Oh, of course, I'm going to stick a piece of redstone in there. Derp. I know my vanilla redstone, eh? So, because what this does is if it receives a redstone signal, it sends out a full signal of 15. And it's still doing its thing. So let's put a repeater right here. So that's sending out a signal of 15 now. Let's see. See, that's still rotating. I don't like that. So to fix this, we need another receiver. We can have this working for us properly. Let us do this. Receiver. So we're going to need a block. We're going to need an ender pearl. Oh, we already had some on us. We're going to need 3 of these. Okay. We'll need some sticks. And is the receiver the one that requires 2 comparators? Let's see. I think it might be. Yes, 2 comparators. So we're going to need some of this. Some more of this. There we go. This is for the, oh, I didn't grab enough redstone. How silly of me. This is why I want to get into refined storage, so that I can just immediately make these things. It'll be nicer for when I'm making videos and stuff like that too. So let us make 2 comparators. And we should have, oh, we need to make this. I need that. So I grabbed the little gold. And there, receiver. So what we're going to do, we're going to have this set to a completely different channel than the other one, because I think it's just getting in the way of the one underneath. So instead, we're going to have this, and I'm going to put this down, and I'm going to take this up and click this to this, there, channel set to 3, put that back in there, And then I got to take this one and flip it so that the yellow is facing that. Now it's getting a full signal, right? And let me just double check to make sure there's actually coal in there. So there's coal in there, but nothing's being sent out because it's getting a full signal from here. So now I actually don't need this. There we go. And yes, we have a nice full, where is my, there it is. Nice full mana pool, almost extra full, but that's okay. So far we're not storing into the spreader yet, so it's still sending mana. So now we've stopped, right? Because now this is still getting 0 signal, but this one on a different channel from here is getting a signal to it. So it's not the prettiest, but you know what? Now it's automated. Now if I want, no, you know what? I'm gonna leave it at that, because that's pretty full, right? Normally it would have stopped it earlier, and it wouldn't have been a completely full one, but that's okay. I like this. That is nice. So there, all these endoflames are done, and these mana spreaders are done. That one has a little bit left, which means this mana pool is still full. We stopped it just at the right time. That was perfect. So yeah, that was this episode of Britannia. We're gonna shy away from this now, and we're gonna go into refined storage next. Because I really want to get into a proper storage mod. It'll help me clear my inventory out better, and it'll be good for crafting on camera if necessary. So I like this. One thing real quick, I wanted to show you the loot from when we went dungeon hopping. These are all spawners. It doesn't tell me which one it is, so I'm gonna separate them and put them into different chests that are labeled by like skeleton, enderman, zombie, whatever else, right? Spider. I'm gonna put them all into chests, and once I figure out what they are, and there's more up here. Pretty awesome. Still haven't gotten to organizing that yet. And the other thing, so here is a ton of armor that we got from there. There's some really good stuff, right? And then there's all that, and then some more armor, and we have more armor up here, and more armor right here. We just have a ton of armor. This is just non-enchanted armor. So all this armor here is enchanted with whatever enchants it has, right? So what I'm going to be doing, if we look at enchant, right? Oops, enchant. They have this right here. Nope, not that one. Enchantment extractor. We'll have to get industrial 4 going, but it can pull enchants off of each of these. So, like, you got some really good ones. I got some fortune. There's like silk touch right there, right? I don't want to keep the actual pickaxe itself. Who cares about a golden pickaxe? Barely any durability, but I want to get that silk touch off. So I'm keeping all these enchanted armors and stuff so that I can pull all the enchants off them and use them to make some like really strong, really strong armor, really good weapons and stuff like that. So I've just been organizing all the non-enchanted stuff out of all of this and just kind of putting all the non-enchanted stuff in here. So that's what I've been doing. But yeah, so we'll end this here. It might be a little bit of a shorter episode, but that's okay. And I still have the other dungeon that I need to go through. I haven't done that yet, but I will eventually. And we'll check out these forges and stuff like that once we get back into Tetra again, which we will. We will do all these things. But